This is hard to do when you don't have any depth perception. Cut me some slack. That's wild. I don't know what to do with that. Rip the band-aid off and look. Did we do it? Take that, Tex man. Canada's real. Everything's fine. I'm gonna stop touching things. Oh, I don't know if that is fixable. This is the choice we're making. Oh, hi. Welcome to Sewing Nerd Studios. I am Jo, and we are here yet again to take a look into my chaotic life as a human and as a small business owner. This is a video where I end up spending a lot of money that I wasn't initially thinking I was going to. Also me doing that thing where I have a couple directions I can go with my time and I can't decide how to spend that. So then I just curl up in a ball and I'm like, I guess I can't get any of it done. So a lot of fighting that. And maybe the coolest thing I've ever made is finally available to the world. I can't believe I got to make my own stained glass window hats with Sunny Fox Apothecary. They're going up for auction in a couple hours, but it is still up for auction once you see this. I will talk about this and more throughout the rest of this video. So if you want to hang out with me, have me be your coworker for a little while, let's get right into it and I will meet you back here after. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Hi, it's Tuesday and like almost the end of the day on Tuesday somehow. I don't know where the time has gone. I have a bunch of like reset tasks to work on today where I finished up a project. I was testing out a new pattern and it's just not doing it for me, which is fine. It was fun to make and I used variegated thread on the top for once because I don't always take the time to do that, even though it's the most fun thread to use. I made a set of 3 flat versions of that bag. These are essentially little totes and I really like the set of them, but the things I was trying to do with the pattern were not working out. I was trying to box out the bottom and make it into like a sturdy handbag. I interfaced both the outer and inner layers with the Profuse, which is like a SF101 Shape Flex woven interfacing that the lovely Jeanette sent me. So thank you for that as well. I did add tags to it. So I'll have these as just like a little limited run for the pop-up I'm doing next Friday, the day you were seeing this go up. I also picked out a pile of outer fabric, lining, and vinyl panels to put together. I was gonna do that same pattern. I'm so glad I did just a mini test run with those 3 fruit ones before I jumped into the rest because I really was not liking how it was coming out. Perhaps they will become more of those like little mini crossbody bags. I think I'm gonna test out a couple other patterns and I think I'm just gonna kind of come up with my own. I've been working on my own crossbody pattern. Oh, just kidding. I've been using the bag as storage for my display pieces. I kept seeing a lot of people post about those camera bags from Target that are like kind of boxy crossbody bags. I was like, this is an easy enough shape to make. So I did a test run. I just didn't like what I used for the foam. So I would love to try the Decoville Light for something like that. Anyways, before I jump into anything else, I need to do a bit of a reset, both in the shop and with myself. I have some laundry that just finished up, so I can sort that. I'm gonna vacuum in here. I have stuff everywhere and it's making it really hard to focus, and I think that will be a very helpful thing to spend a little time on. Okay, it is now the next morning and I have finished the rezhuzhening. I tried to not get all the way down to my roots, like the base of my head, because I'm trying to not completely ruin my hair. And I made a point to not get bleach on the ends that were already bleached, because my hair turns into like koosh ball texture. It's bad. It's a bad thing to do to your hair. So I tried to not let it lift for too long. This all seems fine. I did have to add color twice because I mixed a lot of conditioner with the first round, and I find the color doesn't take well when my hair is wet, but I wanted to make sure I conditioned it after I bleached it. So it was a whole process, and that's why I kept putting it off for so long. As for what we have on the docket today, I don't think I got like any other work done other than sending some artwork over to a secret project collaborator separate from the other secret project. Wait. Because of time travel, I can talk about the hat I worked on with Sunny Fox Apothecary. So here are the photos of the hat when I was done with them. I did some lino block stamping. By the way, if you don't know, Sunny Fox Apothecary are the folks that do the stained glass window hats. They're like the original creators of that, and it's the coolest idea ever. And there's a whole group of artists they got together to do what they're calling a maker's mashup. That's a thing they like do a few times throughout the year, and I was very honored to be picked for this. And the theme was fantasy worlds, so it was essentially like picking your favorite fandom, and I went with the Adventure Zone Balance and Scott Pilgrim, specifically Ramona Flowers, because she travels through subspace and things, and that's where my brain was at as far as it being like another world, because Canada's real. I have been really trying to work towards block printing my own fabric, so I made sketches of various sizes that then I traced onto some lino blocks and then carved, and then did some test prints, and then I printed on the actual hats. I did have a little trouble with the pink ink because it just wasn't getting a consistent color across all of it. I don't know if you're supposed to like put a white base down or something when you're using a color like this. I eventually had to go over it all like with a paintbrush. Then I made a bias tape out of some really fun galaxy fabric I found and stitched that on. I learned the hard way that yes, in fact, if you're doing curved edges, you have to have cut on the bias, because I tried doing it along the grain of the fabric. It had so much tension on the hat that I kept wanting to like flip up or down. I redid it a couple of times, but the hats were stitchable because I thought I was going to have to hand sew all of this, but I did not. So I did X's, and Ramona has 7 evil X's, but 2 of them are twins. So that's why there's like a doubled up set of X's. I just really like the shape that made. Sunny Fox Apothecary is adding custom windows. I'm like hesitant to say it because as of recording this, it's not available to the public yet, this information, but they made the coolest windows of Scott and Ramona. I haven't seen the full thing yet, but I got a preview of the windows last night, and like I just started yelling like, ah, it's happening. And I think it's gonna look even cooler than I have been anticipating it looking. Then the Adventure Zone hat is gonna have Bureau of Balance bracer shape windows. Took like a nice dark navy hat that was dipped in this like gold paint. So it has this fun swirly ethereal effect going on. Put the bird stamp in silver. And this group of 7 also has a set of twins, but I do think of the pair as Loop and Berry, but it could be Loop and Taco. However you want to interpret it. When I think of like the doubled up set of birds, I'm thinking of Loop and Berry. And yeah, I added this dark and brooding jellyfish fabric, bring in an element of the void fish for everything. So I'm very, very, very happy with how this all went, and I'm looking forward to the full things being done. But that was my part of the process. There was obviously a lot of time doing designs. These hats are like the 3rd iteration of the ideas I came up with, and I'm so happy with what I ended up doing. And yeah, separate from all of that, I am doing another really fun project with a fellow artist, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And Bert would like to say hello. By the time you're seeing this, he's gonna be 16, because we've had him since he was 11. So we got him, what, 2019? So yeah, we're coming up on 5 years. I think he heard me talking and was like, what is she doing? She's probably eating. I was just eating. I had a breakfast sandwich from the grocery store because I did groceries this morning. And I did a bunch of batch cooking last night, so it's just reheating leftovers. Thank goodness for past me for doing that because I don't have to think about it the rest of the week. I'm actually gonna run him outside and then I will continue reporting back. All right, if I have time, I would really like to start. No, just kidding. The number of times I've said this to myself today and then completely forgotten. I was gonna try to make a new handbag, but I ordered zipper tape and zipper heads and stuff so that I can do things like this and have double zipper situations happening and cut them to custom lengths. But the stuff I ordered is not here yet and probably won't be here for a couple days. So I can't do that, which is why I'm gonna make more dumpling pouches. That's all after I get the Etsy stuff done, because the bag I put up the other day, one of the little mini crossbody bags, sold within like a couple hours. I was genuinely very pleasantly surprised. I love that bag and I have enough material to make a similar one. I don't think I have enough velvet to do another velvet lining like that. And I like that every single bag I've made is unique. Like there's never going to be a perfect duplicate. But I think that's a feature, not a defect. But before I do anything else, I have a bag of alterations to do for someone. The first one is pretty basic. I'm just replacing a button. They've already picked out the button. Then there's a sweater. That's right. It has some threads coming loose here. I have a couple thoughts on how to tackle it. Then some of the teeth came away from the tape. I think that is the actual issue. Oh, I don't know if that is fixable. I'm gonna see if I have stuff to fix this. This is the one that I told them, like, I don't know about that one. Then, okay, yeah, this has a tear in the side, so that'll be an easy fix. Cuff is coming off right there. And then, as happens with so many pairs of pants, and it is one of the more common alterations I do other than hemming, is when you get the like chafing between the tops of your thighs. That is something that is easy enough to reinforce. It's not like the most well hidden patch, but also if it's between your legs, nobody should be up close there anyway. Looking at it all, that actually isn't all that daunting, and I don't know why I've been putting it off. I think there's just more than like one or two things, and I didn't know how long it was going to take, so my brain is really good at building things up to be bigger than they are. So I'll do that and then get to shipping, and then we will reconvene once I'm able to just come in here and like noodle around with some things. I feel very experimental with my sewing ventures at the moment, where I'm not always in the mood to try new patterns, but I am like ravenous for them. It's fun. Rather than forcing it when I'm not up for it, it's nice to kind of have the flexibility to ride that wave when I am in the mood, which here's the thing, right? This is the kind of workflow I get to have because of everyone over on Patreon. You'll support me in a way that lets me take the time to do these videos, have this kind of flexibility in my schedule, buy things like zipper tape, and I get to take time working on some fun art collaborations that aren't guaranteed pay and can kind of take that risk of my time and some resources. So I get to make something really cool with people that I like. Yeah. Okay. Okay, all the repairs are done. I'm feeling so good about it. I've never replaced a pants fly zip before. It's pain, but it went okay. If I can unpick it and remove it, I must be able to put it back together. So I just reverse engineered it. Most of the rest of it was patching, which went fine. There was a sweater that had a lot of pulls coming off it, so I just stitched over it, like had a zigzag stitch. It's not the most elegant, but I am not deftly handed enough to like go in. And there's someone I follow on Instagram, Alexandria Brick or something. I'll link it below so you can watch the beautiful restoration she does to a lot of knitwear. Then, before I drop those off, I'm gonna pack up my Etsy order. This is the bag that sold like right after I posted it, which makes me feel really good. I did in fact add a tag to it. It really levels stuff up, and part of me was like, nobody is gonna want stuff with my name on it, but like, look how much nicer it looks. I think it's just me being hard on myself. I would never be annoyed if someone else had their branding on a thing they made. Because now if someone wants another bag like this, they can see like, oh, you got it from Sewing Nerd Studios. Cool. It just looks more legit, more professional, whatever. And then I got the rainbow hardware because it matches the rainbow metallic situation going on. I'm gonna also sneak a Mothman keychain into one of these little keychain bags. So I'm just gonna send this out as a little gift and hope that she likes it. And then, same thing, adding this to the mix. I'm also sneaking a Mothman keychain into their little goodie bag because obviously they like Mothman. So, pack these up real quick and then I can bring those to the post office on my way to drop this off. I gotta go to the hardware store and get some play sand for the new tent weight bags I got because it's like $5 for a 50-pound bag, and each tent weight bag I got holds 25 pounds, so I need 2 bags. So it's nice that it's still inexpensive, but I'm not like digging around in the dirt in my backyard that's probably full of bugs and stuff. So this is nicer. I don't know if I'm gonna get any project sewing done tonight, but that's okay. I'm like in really good shape for tomorrow, and then I'm actually going to a concert in Boston that I keep forgetting about, so I'm excited for it. But it is not one of my bands. I'm excited to get introduced to a band. The little bits I've listened to them has been enjoyable. We're going to see Spanish Love Songs at the Paradise in Boston. And I haven't been there in like probably 6 years. Anyway, packing orders. I glitched. I'm gonna do this and then maybe have some more coffee and then go run a couple errands, and then I'll be done my list for the day and can relax. It's been a long day. Even though I feel like I haven't gotten anything done. I know I have, obviously. There's been a lot of pending things. I already ran errands. I figured just turn today into my errand day and get the rest of them done. My tent already arrived that I ordered yesterday, which is incredible. It's a white tent. It's a straight leg tent because I need a straight leg one for an event I'm doing in a couple weeks, which means we're going to be so crammed together. So that's why I made a point to get the side walls for this tent as well. So I'm not up somebody else's ass and vice versa. They are not like in my space at all. So yeah, I have some ideas on how to hang things, and side walls will be helpful, I think, in giving just like a neutral backdrop for my very bright and even the dark colorful stuff. I think it can get lost when I have everything behind me like dark and brooding. It kind of gets all muddled together. So I think this will be good. And yeah, some events make you have a white canopy to participate anyway, which is annoying, but I won't be restricted in any way now having a straight leg white tent. The only complaint I have about it so far, I haven't tried setting it up yet because it's been raining, is it came in a white bag, like a white case. It's already gross, which is what those bags are for, is to protect the tent from getting gross. But why would you have it be that doesn't have to match the canopy. What are we doing? I use white tents for the brewery when I do pop-up events and tastings and brewfests and stuff. They've all been black. Every case has been black for that reason, because you're hauling that stuff like across a field sometimes, even in just like a dirt covered driveway. It's so not an issue, but it really caught me off guard. Like, this is the choice we're making? Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling and just get on with it. Hold the phone. I just got photos. Oh my God, they're so good. Oh, I could cry. Oh, they're so pretty. This is such a cool project. Okay, it is Thursday. I'm 90% sure it's Thursday. I did get my Etsy orders off yesterday, and I got my alterations delivered as well. All seems good there. I spent a little bit of time last night taping and cutting these bag patterns. This thing is freaking huge, guy. My thumbnail shredded, so I'm gonna touch this up while we discuss. I have ideas. I have yet to find a bag that fits the couple of ideas I have in my head, but that's why I want to try some different shapes, figure out how like different corners go together. I'm also not a handbag owner. Like, I've never been a bag girly. I'm not even super aware of like what the options are. So I think this is a fun way to experiment. I still can't make those bags till I get my zipper tape. I don't think that stuff is coming till Monday, which is really disappointing because I wanted to do this stuff this week. Oh, I keep forgetting. I have card wallets that are like in progress. Oop, except I just got wet nail polish on this one. You know what? I didn't interface this either. I was gonna unpick it, but maybe I just keep this for myself because I cannot be contained. This is why I get flustered painting my nails, because I'm bad at sitting still. Oh, I got nail polish on the inside too. Oh, I had nail polish on that finger. Everything's fine. I'm gonna stop touching things, but I have some little card wallets prepped that I should work on those just to get them done. And then that's a bunch of work I'll have sorted out ahead of time for my upcoming markets. My tent walls are also supposed to arrive today. And then I think mid next week, I'm supposed to get my vinyl banners. I'm gonna have a little snack and maybe watch some other sewing videos just to get inspired. Maybe I can make more zipper pouches or something. I'm not sure. I feel like an evolution is coming, and I'm in the cocoon stage at the minute, so I'm all messy and gooey and maybe not completely formed, but hopefully I'll be building some beautiful wings. I did have an early start today. I already did all my chores and stuff that I had to get out of the way, and it's 7:45. I don't actually know if we're going to the concert tonight. It doesn't feel like it's happening. And rather than thinking about it like, oh, I wasted so much money on this thing. I didn't pay for these tickets, but if it was a concert I had paid for. Like, I did buy tickets for a show we're going to next month, which I'm excited about. But rather than beat myself up about wasting money on these tickets, whatever, thinking of it as, okay, the worst case scenario here, if I stay home, is that I supported an artist that I like without needing to get anything from them. I'll update if there's something interesting to update about. I'll share packages as they arrive, but at the current moment, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but that's not really new. Okay, hi, it's still Thursday. I don't think we're going to that show tonight. There's still a chance, but it's not sounding like it, and that's okay. I have spent most of the day cutting out fabric for some more saddlebags. That's what I settled on this morning. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon. It's like 3:15 right now. If only there was a way to check. 3:28. I feel like that's a good way to spend my afternoon. I also repressed my stack of card wallets I have prepped now that my nails are dry. I forgot that was part of my chaos this morning. So I have a bit of a mess to clean up. I have the extra fabric to put away, and then I'll do a little reset before I break out the interfacing and start cutting all those pieces. Deliveries have come. Here is the pack of sandbags. It's like a nice waterproof canvas. Honestly, these feel even nicer than the other ones I have. I will fill them up with sand outside. Then I have my 3 sun walls, and it's by the same brand, so it should fit. I specifically got straight leg ones. I think this is gonna help a lot because listen, last year 16 out of 19 Saturdays between the spring and fall were really rainy and miserable. Nobody wants to get caught in that, and I had none of this stuff before. And honestly, the tent I was using wasn't the right look. And also, because we used it for like backyard fire pits and stuff as sunshades, the sparks from the fire burnt tiny little holes. So not an issue that those holes are there if you're just putting it out so that nobody gets sunburnt while you're having a little cookout. But not helpful when it is actively raining at an event. Not having to worry about stuff coming in sideways will also be helpful. Looking forward to that. And just having the option, if I'm right up somebody's ass as far as being next to them at an event. Almost all my neighbors have been great at events, But like, I don't always want to have to talk to someone. And if you're in one corner of your tent and they're stationed in another corner, you're like right up on each other. No thank you to all of this. Let's open some goodies. Oh, there's a little balloon animal. So these two things are from the Rainbow Rack Boutique, which is run by a lovely gal named Kelly. I've been table neighbors with her a couple of times at events, and she's so nice, and she has oh my God, she has a focus on sustainable fashion, which obviously I am in support of. Oh, it's so soft. I'm so excited. So I got a flannel. It's so soft. This is why I needed this. I don't know if I've mentioned on here that I desperately need a possum tattoo for Bert. We got another cute sticker. I also like this tissue paper. It's like really, it's not tearing while I'm taking stickers off. So that's rad. And the bag is specifically made to be reusable. I can definitely reuse this tissue paper, which I try to do when I can. Oh God, what was I saying? Oh, I want to get a possum tattoo. This already feels cool. Oh my God. I've seen this in person. I have ogled this in person. I don't have words. So this also a thrifted item where she embroidered the possums, but this is the groundbreaking thing. I've never seen someone do stuff like this. It's like woven and quilted, but is like, I couldn't not get it. I was eyeballing this and I started squirreling away some money for it because she's doing a 40% off sale. I was able to purchase some really awesome items, and like, these are gonna be forever pieces, you know? Most of my clothes I have had for like 15, 20 years. And that is not an exaggeration. This hoodie, this was something I bought last year. I waited like a year to get it. This similar timeline, I think. It's also got some fun fabric lining it on the inside. It's thrifted and upcycled. I'm trying not to feel guilty for spending that kind of money. Here's a little transparency. Me including this means these get to be a write-off. Because listen, if people can write off Shein hauls just because they're showing them on their YouTube channel, this 1000% counts. So take that, Tex man. Anyway, I'm building Friends trivia, which might be, I don't want that to be the first one that goes up on my Patreon. Maybe Doctor Who, because I never ran that game. No one showed up for that. That's the only one I haven't had anybody attend. And I was pretty bummed about it because I was so excited about Doctor Who. So I'll probably find a way to put that up. And we can get that whole series a-rollin', is posting my trivia games on Patreon. I just want to share the games with y'all. There's not going to be like a separate tier to have access to. It's just any of the paid levels. I just want to give you more because I feel like I don't put enough extra stuff on there. And this seems like a fun thing I'm already making anyway. I just have to record some extra videos. Okay. Cleanup time again. All right, we're back to current me. I've already filmed the rest of today's clips you're gonna see, but I just wanted to come on and say thank you so much for everybody that hangs out for any of these. It really, truly, genuinely means so much to me having anybody here, but the fact that so many of you have been around for so long, like, I just wanted to say I appreciate you very much. Back to whatever nonsense I was getting up to earlier this morning. Okay, I'm popping in because it's Saturday afternoon and I got my other packages I ordered. So I have everything except my signs from Vistaprint. But I have black zipper tape with a bunch of zipper heads that'll fit. Same, I got some white. Then, oh, that's right, I got double stick tape, like super narrow. It's like 1/8 inch, which is gonna come in handy for what I am actively working on right now. Yeah, it's 1/8 inch wide rolls. Oh, it's gonna make my life so much easier. So it's like a 4 or 5 pack. That is awesome. And I just got like a rainbow assortment of zipper heads because I was given this by my fairy godshare years ago. It's like fun rainbow tape, but the only zipper heads I had were Harry Potter ones for obvious reasons. And if they are not obvious, we do not tolerate TERFs in this house. But yeah, thought getting just like a variety pack would be fun because I have a lot of different color everything else. This must be my new jewelry stand. Always have the knife going away from you. Especially when you are lacking the spatial awareness as I am. Oh man! Oh, I'm so excited. Oh heck yeah. This is gonna be like a nice quick assembly as well. So, a bunch of spots for me to put my hangers. And pull these off. So I don't know that this on its own will be tall enough to hang everything. I think it's like just shy of it. It's only 2 screws, so very likely I will pack it unassembled. Having something like my nail polish rack, it's like a 6-tier thing. That was a nightmare to put together. Not the end of the world, but like not my favorite, and I am not going to spend that kind of time. But this, especially because it's that much less likely to break if I pack it flat, I think it's going to be awesome. And yeah, it still spins, which was something I desperately wanted. So I do have a rotating stand. Also, I like that I'm always bitching about my nails breaking and then I take forever doing that kind of thing instead of just grabbing a tool to do it. But the human eye is drawn to movement. So I think having an automatically spinning, it's like a tumbler spinner that people use at markets. This is hard to do when you don't have any depth perception. Cut me some slack. Also, we are 37 minutes away from the hats going live, so I'm trying not to pay attention to it because it's making me anxious. I don't want to be the person constantly like refreshing a page to see like, did anybody get it? Heck yeah. Oh, this is so good. So this is 11-ish inches tall. And then I think this other package, I wasn't expecting either of these till Monday. So the fact that it came today is really cool. Oh, that's right, I got a Teflon foot. I forgot I was waiting for this. This and the tape is gonna make the rest of this bag assembly so easy. That's part of why I was debating what to work on in the meantime, but they got here early. An electric turntable, that's what this is called. Oh, and it's a USB-C. Beautiful. Oh, that's great. Okay, you can't see this at all. So this was my thinking, right? Nothing crazy. Things aren't getting whipped around, but it will like draw people's eye. And then if they want to look at something, they can grab this and it can keep rotating and they're not going to knock anything off. They're not going to break it. I could tape this down. There's like a little silicone mat I was not expecting. Okay. A lot has happened in a stretch of time. A lot of it I can't talk about, but I really like how this was working out. I'm definitely going to keep all of this and bring it to my event. And I'll figure out where to place it on my table and everything when I do a test setup tomorrow, which again will be in the next studio vlog where I show the whole setup. And I'll film as much of that as I can. The test setup, and then I'll have 2 markets, outdoor markets I'll be doing. I was trying to get some of the zipper heads onto some of the tape and like I was struggling for my life. I've done it before. I've put zipper heads on zipper tape before, but I don't know why I can't. I even tried metal ones because these came with metal zipper heads specifically for the zipper tape. Because these are all plastic, so I thought that was the issue. I don't know, but that's not for today me to worry about. Also, the hats are live. It's been about an hour and a half since they went up, and I've been afraid to look because there are some hats in this maker's mashup that are for sale, like first come first serve. There are some that are like pre-order, like the hats in the photos on the website are samples of a hat you could get for yourself, which I think is awesome. I didn't realize that was something they were offering. The rest of the hats, mine included, were going up for auction, so they will still be live when this video is up. I'm not expecting anybody to bid on them. They were expensive, and the more people try to, the more expensive it's going to be. So like, this is not me trying to direct you towards that, just sharing like how nerve-wracking this has been. And I know I will be a little disheartened because I've had a bit of imposter syndrome with how incredible everybody else's stuff is. But I wouldn't have been asked to be included if Sunny Fox Apothecary didn't think my artistic voice was strong enough to be included. And I've had positive feedback from everybody else in the group, and any little snippets I've posted and in the reel that they shared and I got to share, people have positively responded. So I have no reason to think my hats are less than. So I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off and look and see if anybody has bid on my hats. I'm like all tingly, and I don't know if it's in a good way. There's a lot of anxiety juice in my body. All right, so this is the maker's mashup. I'm not going to be able to see from there. Okay. Not there yet. Okay. Oh, we're to mine. I haven't scrolled all the way up yet. It's okay. It doesn't mean they're bad if they haven't been bid on. I don't... I can't see from there. Okay. You can look before me. I can't read that far. Did we do it? Do people want our hats? I think that means oh, awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. There are bids on the hats. And it's not about the money of it all, just the fact that there's anybody that wants something that I made that much is really cool, that multiple people want both of them. Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm mostly just relieved. Oh, I'm so excited. I did not expect to get emotional about this, but I've put a lot of heart into this and a lot of time, and I've been excited about it. So it wouldn't mean there's anything less about my hats or about me if they weren't getting bid on right away. They're still a valid piece of art, but it is certainly very validating having people want to purchase it. That's wild. I don't know what to do with that. And like, I'm not getting all of that. That's really lovely. Yeah, some of these hats, all these hats. It has been an honor to work on these. I gotta go party with the little guy though. Thanks for being here for this. Okay, it is Saturday. Yes, this is the same hoodie I've been wearing for 3 days now. I've been changing my shirt underneath. Oh, it is chilly this morning, but we're to that part of the year where it's like a 30 to 40 degree swing between like first getting up in the morning in the afternoon. I got really sick yesterday, like midway through the day. I did interface all my pieces for some more saddlebags, and I'm very excited about how these are all looking. My hope is to get those done over the course of the next couple days. I did interface these card wallets that are on their way. I obviously gotta finish turning all of this out and pressing it, and then do some top stitching, and then add the snap, and those will be done. So like progress is being made with those. It's a batch of like less than 10. I think there's 8. So just a little smackerel to add to the stash I already have, but I don't have that many designs because that's one of the newer things I've been making. So I want to flesh out that part of my display. I do want to make more dumpling pouches that I keep saying I promise I will. I just don't, those just go quicker, so I feel like those aren't the priority for the first half of this upcoming week. I don't know that the new style handbags I want to make are going to be able to be part of this. I'm not gonna give up on attempting to make those, but maybe focus on what I have now and not overwhelm myself, because I also don't want just 1 or 2 new style bags, because I haven't even released a whole collection of the saddlebags. There are only so many hours in the week. I can come out with those later in the year. It's okay. I can't do everything this week. But I have every confidence I can get this batch of 6 saddlebags done. And then I need to add tags to my sling bags. I want to go over them and like repress them because they've been squashed down for so long. And then I think keep trucking along on inventory building, and then I'm just going to do a whole separate video on the new setup because I won't have done a market till after this one goes up, and I want to show how it all goes down. Something I'm noticing, and I don't mind when I'm watching stuff if there's a studio vlog, that a lot happens throughout the week and there's a lot of different directions the week is going. But I feel like I try to cram too much into one thing, where my new setup feels like a good thing to focus on and not have like bits of it in here and bits of it somewhere else. So I don't know. I feel like I'm in a flux state as far as what my videos are looking like. Yeah, I don't know. I feel a little lost with some things, but I do feel really good about the small business side of everything. I mean, the videos are part of the small business, but the in-person market aspect of it. And then I finally changed my Instagram and YouTube and Facebook logos over to the new design because I've settled into that. In exciting news, the main reason I decided to finally pull the trigger on that yesterday is because I've had a reel get more attention than I've ever had on Instagram, where I try to just post fun, dumb things or like sharing projects I'm working on. I will usually try to post them as shorts on here as well, but often when I post a short, it gets like 4 views. I left one up that's like a tutorial as far as making a strap because that is a helpful sewing thing and like something I can reference for myself in the future. So I kept that one up, but obviously if like nobody wants to see them on here, I'm not gonna post them here. I haven't even broken 500 followers on my business page, so I'm used to seeing low numbers, but I posted just me turning a Ramona Flowers bag inside out, which didn't seem groundbreaking. I love that project and it's one of my favorite things to make, and I think it looks so cool, but it has just shy of 17,000 views. Oh my god. The total watch time from so many people seeing it is 35 hours and 17 minutes. It's like a 10 to 15 second long video. That's bonkers. Anyway, I'm not used to that much activity on here, and there is a part of me that's like a little panicky because that's a lot of eyeballs that I'm not used to. But I know the therapy is working because my instinct is not to go in and delete that now. It's just to accept, like, I really like this thing I made and I shared it and other people also like it, and that's okay. I'm able to like accept that a little easier. Like, please keep me humble. I don't want to get big-headed about things, but just being able to be neutral about things like that is a huge step for me. And the big thing that I've been mentioning throughout all of this that has finally been posted about, and I can share it. This has been such a helpful outlet to talk about it, because I know you aren't actually seeing it till after. And I should be able to just share the actual reel, but just in case. Oh my God. So I stamped them and did the trim, and Asta did the windows and added some extra little details like those little starbursts and stuff. I have no words. I welled up when I first saw that like final set of videos. How cool. And I am very sure that probably even a year ago, I would have run away from that project so fast and not even let myself attempt to do it. And I definitely had the like, oh, everybody else's hats look so much cooler than mine, and I feel like I am not on the same level as everybody else. And I'm just so honored to be part of such an incredible group. I'm gonna get off my soapbox about this, but plan for today, finish these card wallets, which I feel like in the next 2 hours probably. It's 9:45. I should have those done by noon. Maybe by like Monday have the saddlebags done. That's my ambitious goal. Where I feel like so much of the time spent is the prep work, and I'm not quite done prepping. I still gotta put the hardware in and then I can assemble, or I think that will probably go pretty quickly. But I also am gonna be doing my test setup with my tent. I have spray paint because I got some dowels and some hardware last night at the hardware store, if you can believe it. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna put a podcast on. I have some grapes to snack on. I'm gonna keep cracking away at this until lunchtime, and then probably after that I'll do the tent. And if you are not subscribed, I never ask people this. I will be talking about my outdoor setup, so if that's something you're interested in to see the process of, how I prep for it, the changes I'm making, kind of a comparison between what I used to do and what I plan to do and how that goes, because I'll have 2 events to test it all. You are certainly more than welcome to join along if you haven't already. But otherwise, I will see you back here with another video in 2 Fridays. Thank you so much for hanging out. Chaos incarnate, per usual. I do not care what I look like in front of them, so I had nobody to impress. Did I Dream of Jeannie do the original dab? And we've just made a modern version of it? I love crafty nerds so much. And I don't like being observed by people I know, you know, in the classiest way possible. Was just drinking warm beer in the green room. Try to not be a complete disaster of a human today.